Welcome back, everybody. Derek Sue, your East Oakland advocate. Well, today I'm going to speak about a subject that is really important for seniors if you have parents that are older or even grandparents. This affects them. And one of the biggest issues that seniors have is with dental. And uh, the reason why I say dental is the most important health issue for seniors is because that's how you get your nutrition, your vitamins, your minerals, your energy to keep on going. And then also, what ends up happening with dental issues, uh, you start making compromises on how you eat, and then those compromises relate to your actual health going into the future. Uh, I'm going to use myself as an example. I was about 38 years old, and I had plenty of dental coverage. In fact, I had been with uh, my dentist for since I was about 16, 17 years old. And so I had the same dentist for nearly 30 years. And then when I married the second time, my second wife, she didn't have a regular dentist, so she started seeing mine. And then a number of years later, she decided that she wanted to try and see if there's other dentists because she wasn't exactly sure if she was content with the dentist that we were using at the time. And I have to admit, my dentist, he was kind of old school. He had been in practice for a number of years. He didn't update his office. He didn't update a lot of the equipment over the years, and so a lot of it starts looking kind of old. Um, he replaced things that needed to be replaced. So don't get me wrong, he wasn't a cheapskate. He was a very good dentist, and then he moved from his one location over from Grand Avenue that he had for decades, and then he moved into a new building over on Pill Hill on 30th Avenue and or 30th Street, I should say, not 30th Avenue, 30th Street out near Pill Hill. And he updated his office. He had all new equipment and everything, and obviously his rates went up. But then at the same time, my second wife decided that she wanted to see a different dentist, and which she did. And then she convinced me to go see her dentist that she had found, who was much younger, was in Alameda, and had tremendous overhead. Because here's this young dental practitioner now, the doctor. She has huge amount of school bills, school loans, outstanding loans that she has to pay for. She has an office now that she has to pay for, staffing that she has to pay for, and all the equipment to make the office run. So she has tremendous amount of overhead, and it was reflected in her bill. And the only thing I can say is I was very satisfied with the service from my dentist, and the new dentist, uh, the young the new young practitioner, she it, how I felt when I visited her. She did a full battery, which I expected, and then she came back with a laundry list of things that was wrong with my teeth. One of the first things I already knew, I had receding gum lines, and so that creates an issue for dental decay, and that sets up the problems for the future when you start having receding gum lines. Then all of a sudden you start having a lot of wisdom teeth issues if you didn't have it early on. I had some removed when I was in my 20s, and then the last of them when I was in mid 30s. I had the final ones removed. But dental is a big problem in America, especially for seniors, because I know a lot of people who have dental issues, teeth issues, missing teeth. My mother, when I was growing up, I only knew her with dentures. She always had uppers that she had to take out and soak every night, and so that's the only thing I knew my mother had all the time. So she had bad teeth. Then my dad had bad teeth, but then my dad, he didn't like going to doctors to begin with, so his teeth fell into some really, really bad disrepair, and uh, he had a lot of difficulties with eating as he got into his 60s and 70s, and that's kind of what's happening to me, because uh, I haven't had any dental care since I became homeless, and when I hit the streets, I definitely didn't get any dental because I couldn't afford anything. I can't afford the insurance. I can't afford going into a dental office and paying for the services. And that was a number of years ago. There used to be county services that was held for like a long weekend. And folks who were low income or homeless, like I was, could go to these, like at the Oakland Coliseum. They had that a number of years ago, and it was paid for by Alameda County healthcare system. And it dealt with a lot of issues that the low income and the homeless have to deal with. Dental is one of them. And that was one of the biggest issues. I myself, I have uh, no teeth up here. They've pretty much kind of rotted out, and I have some large gaps in teeth. I have a wisdom that was removed, and I was going to get an implant put back where that molar was removed. It was cracked, and it was causing me great deal of pain, and that was 12 years ago. 12 years ago that molar was removed. And so I have chewing difficulties at times, especially if I eat meats. Vegetables, not so much. They do okay, but some of your tougher meats, that's where I have some issues with chewing. Also, a lot of stuff gets stuck in between the remains of some of my teeth, and so I have to constantly be using something like this, to clear the gaps in my teeth, like that, and so and that's how I kind of hold off having more decay of my teeth. I keep bags of these flossers, and I constantly floss. Um, it doesn't matter how much I brush now with fluoride toothpaste, it's not going to help. And a lot of seniors, once you get to a certain age as a senior, especially in your 60s, you start uh, um, questioning whether the cost of getting all new teeth is worthwhile based upon what you expect your life to be, how many more years you expect to live. In my case, you know, I would love to get teeth in here, but because of health issues and also with the doctors and myself and all these different tests showing that it's and all the different toxins that are already in my body, it's already highly unlikely I would see 70. So I'm already 63. So that's 7 years of life expectancy that I expect. And so one of the things that happens is that so with those eating issues and nutritional deficiencies, it is very beneficial to perhaps add some vitamins to your minerals or to your meals. That's what I do, and I do feel better. It has helped. I try and eat uh, balanced meals. I don't eat out a whole lot. I try and cook in as much as possible. And then that way I control my salt content, the sugar content, and all of the ingredients. And so I do the best possible job to uh, provide the proper nutrition for my needs, because they're constantly changing these days. As I'm getting older, things are changing on my body, and so my nutritional needs are changing, and that's one of the things with you'll notice with the older folks. They're going to be more selective on what they eat, and eating softer foods rather than tougher foods like steaks and ribs and things like that. And this time of year, people love corn, but I have friends who have literally no front teeth, no side teeth, no molars, nothing. They can't enjoy corn. And what they have to do, they literally have to process it in a manner so that it's already pre-chewed, and all they have to do is just like put it in their mouth and essentially swallow it. So you'll see a lot of seniors doing that, but that's one of the biggest challenges, and shortens seniors' life: the lack of nutrition and the change of eating habits, and also the comfort, just the sheer comfort of just chewing. It's not comfortable when things hit the bare gums, or it hits a sore spot on a decaying tooth. So these are all issues that need to be addressed. Seniors have health care regardless of their needs and their income levels, but there is no coverage for the most important health care need of the seniors, and that's dental. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be right back.